Hi, am I on the air?
Yep.
Fuck.
Thanks.
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
Don, I got you.
Do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these feelings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest next on the cloud, hammer in the air. Sunday nights, prime time. I flex mine better. Voltron transform to DX Don Mega and off scene. You probably think I'm nice, cause I slow like a stream to your wireless device, and the smoke all the steam on any given night. How short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about, I tune in and tune the rest out. Don, you gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air?
Hi, am I on the air?
Well, what is going down, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new edition of Am I on the Air? I am your host, Don Mega, and I welcome you to the show. It is season 16, episode 17, and tonight's show is titled Takeover. Now, we are back to bring you the latest and greatest in entertainment news, reviews, the whole nine. This is where you get caught up with everything that went down basically in the past 7 days that's popped off in the world of TV news, and of course, movie reviews. So I am very excited to get it going with y'all. And we are coming off the heels of last week's episode, which was Riding Solo. And we broke down, non-spoiler, the Star Wars story Solo, which continues to falter at the box office, and we will talk about that a little bit later on. But tonight's episode is titled Takeover because it goes hand in hand, one-on-one, with our movie review of the week, which is Upgrade. Now, Upgrade isn't blowing it out of the sky at the box office either. It actually is only number 6, but it's a very unique movie, and that was the big one that I wanted to check out over the weekend, and I did. So let's get right into it, our non-spoiler review of Upgrade. Now, most people, a lot of people, if you don't follow the world of movie news and stuff like that, you're probably going, what the hell is Upgrade? What is he talking about? Yeah, this movie kind of flew under the radar quite a bit. I saw the trailer for the first time about 2 months ago, and I was like, what is this Upgrade movie? I actually skipped the trailer when it launched because I thought it was going to be some big VOD movie, you know, straight to video. It's not going to be a big deal, whatever. So I watched this Red Band trailer that gets released, and I was blown away. I was like, oh my god, this movie looks great. And yeah, it was one of the big releases that came out over the past weekend, and I definitely was there day one to check it out. For those of you that don't know what it's about, here's the simple premise. Number one, it's a revenge movie. Okay, it's a guy and his wife. They go out on the town one night. They get into a car accident, and then they pretty much get mugged after the car accident, and his wife gets murdered. He ends up getting shot in the back of the spine, which therefore paralyzes him, and he becomes a quadriplegic. Now, where the Upgrade portion of this movie comes into play is there's a scientist. He's, of course, got this little microchip called STEM that he says, hey, if we do this little confidential surgery on you, we're going to insert this little microchip on your spine, and it's going to help you walk again. So, of course, he signs up for the program, and he says, sure, let's do it. And this little thing called STEM goes onto his spine, and it does. It basically is a computer chip that fires up all of his cells and wires to his brain, and he can actually now get up, he can walk again, he can move his hands, he can do everything again. So he's thrilled about it. But then, of course, it turns into basically a revenge thriller where he is trying to find out who killed his wife and why. The cool thing about the movie is that because this device takes over his body, it allows him, excuse me, to fight. It allows him to kick some serious ass in this movie, even when he's not trying to, because Stem knows how to do it all. And tonight's show is titled Takeover because it's a cool thing in there where Stem cannot really do anything with his body without his owner's permission. So he has to say, Stem, take over. And then Stem happily takes over the body and, does with the body as he needs. This movie is really, really fantastic. It's unique. It's fresh. It's set in the future. It's got a really cool concept behind it. I love the relationship between the lead and Stem. Just that voice in his head telling him what to do is phenomenal. The fight sequences are top notch, and they can get graphic at times too. This is rated R. But just the roboticness of the fight scenes and how Logan Marshall Green, who is the main character in the movie, how he portrays it like, I don't really want to be doing this, but I can't help it because my body's just doing it based on Stem controlling it. And the way that flows is incredible. The movie has a lot of twists and turns, and the ending is really wow. So it's hard for me, man. I really want to jump right into spoilers again, but you'll be surprised. You'll be pleasantly surprised at how this movie unfolds. I had a blast with it. I saw this movie with Geeky Pat over the weekend, and he said it was one of the best movies of the year for him. I have it pretty high up there as well, too. It's a little slow at the beginning. I will say that. It did for the first 20 plus minutes. I was like, okay, let's get going. I was pretty bored with it. But once it gets going and once Stem is taking control, this movie goes full on. And I really, really dug it. So I would give Upgrade 4 out of 5 stars. Really, really dug it. If you like some good science fiction action, you don't mind the gore and that rated R-ness, go check out Upgrade. It only debuted at number 6 at the box office with, I think, about $4.5 million. So pretty bummed at how low it did. I wish more people knew about it because I think more people would have went out and actually checked it out. So support it if you think it sounds cool. I want to give a shout out to some of my peeps. Oh, excuse me. I apologize, man. I am recording actually live here at the Red Dragons Radio Studios late. I'm doing it's a midnight recording. It's 12:30 a.m. here in Tucson, Arizona. I'm going to be going out of town for work for the week, so I'm going to be really busy over the next 4 or 5 days. So I didn't know when I was going to be able to record, so I'm doing a late night recording here tonight. So excuse me for some of the yawns. It's all catching up to me right now. But yes, Upgrade, man. Like I said, I wanted to give a shout out to some of my peeps on Stardust. I had some people write me over the weekend saying like, hey, I checked out the movie. I didn't even know what it was, but I took your word for it based on your review, and I went and saw it and really dug it. So thank you for the message. Thank you for writing me. I'm so glad to hear that you guys gave something a chance based on my review, and I'm glad that I didn't let you down. That's for damn sure. So go out and enjoy Upgrade 4 out of 5 stars. All right, let's switch gears into our news of the week. Zack Snyder, man, things have been kind of quiet on his front after the whole Justice League debacle, but he's moving away from the DC movies, and he's now lined up his next film project. It will be The Fountainhead. That's right, The Fountainhead. It's technically a remake, but it will be his next project. It's an old black and white movie, I believe from the 40s or 50s, that he's going to be redoing. So Zack Snyder's next film will be The Fountainhead remake. Let's see here. We got a pretty interesting article with Colin Trevorrow where he talks a little bit about moving on from Star Wars Episode 9. Remember, he was supposed to direct that, and then things happened, and he had to he either got fired or he stepped away. But yeah, so check that out if you are interested and see what's going on over there. Let's see here. Disney doing a lot of work, supposedly, on the back end to figure out what is next with the future of their film franchise. I know some people might think it's overreacting, but, Solo's box office performance is pretty shaky, man. You know, the movie after 2 weeks is only made less than 300 million worldwide. And this movie needs between closer to 650 to 700 million just to break even. Now remember, this movie was shot almost twice, so its budget is about the $300 million mark, so to speak. Plus marketing, plus everything else. It's not going to hit it. It is not going to hit it. It took a 65% dip from week 1 to week 2 just here in the States. And Star Wars does not have a heavy overseas presence, so it needs its money from America, and it's just not happening. So the Disney brass says we have a lot of work to do. They're going to reevaluate. They're going to see what kind of projects they want to move forward with. Do they try to scale back, put some more time in between films? We'll see. Once again, I think it is unfortunate because Solo is a really fun movie. I had a blast with it. And most people I know that saw it really dug it. So it's kind of an unfortunate thing that it's doing so bad at the box office because people are just assuming it's a bad movie because of that, and it's really not. So, you know, I still say go out and support it and check it out if you are any kind of a Star Wars fan. I think you will enjoy it. So there you go. Snowfall Season 2 trailer comes out from FX, so definitely check that out. Series 2 premiere will be on July 19th. This was a big piece of news this past week, and that was that even though it was already renewed, ABC has canceled Roseanne. You know, Roseanne sent out a tweet, and it came across as very, very racist. I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to really even get into it, to be honest. But she said something she shouldn't have, and it came off very, very bad. Wanda Sykes is one of the writers on her show, and right after that tweet, Wanda Sykes quit and said, nope, I'm done, I'm out. And then a lot of people started boycotting and protesting, saying, what are you going to do about it? And then ABC said, we're canceling the show. And that's what basically happened. ABC president Channing Dungey released a statement just basically saying Roseanne's Twitter statement is repugnant, inconsistent with our values, and we've decided to cancel the show. Yeah, so I mean that's a big hit right there, man. Roseanne was one of the biggest rating shows last year when they brought it back for season 10. They instantly renewed it for season 11, and now the show is canceled. You know, I don't feel bad for her. I just feel bad for the people that worked on the show. You know, all the people that are now out of a job because of something stupid she said. I won't sit and get political with it. You know, it is what it is. She effed up, and now she has to pay for it. So it just sucks for the Roseanne fans, right? Disney CEO Robert Iger also addressed the cancellation. He said there was only one thing to do here, and that was the right thing. So there you go, man. Maleficent 2 officially begins production over at Pinewood Studios, and they have officially announced that Michelle Pfeiffer has joined the cast, so that's awesome. Welcome to the team. Regina Hall joins Issa Rae in Will Packer's new film Little, which will be coming out for Universal Pictures. It's a comedy that they'll be doing, so I love Regina Hall. She's funny as hell, so great addition there. Rosario Dawson, she says she's unsure if she'll return to the Netflix Marvel shows. That's right. She was quoted as saying, I don't know if I'll be back after this. To be honest, it's been an amazing few years. I've been on a lot of different shows. So yeah, she's playing coy. She's saying she doesn't know if she'll be back. It would be weird if they didn't bring her back, right? I mean, she's kind of the glue that puts all the pieces together on the Marvel Netflix shows, so it'll be interesting there to see what ends up happening. Let's see here. Oh, this was big news over the past week too. It is now confirmed that Jamie Foxx is going to be playing Spawn in Todd McFarlane's new reboot. This is pretty awesome here. You know, they've been trying to make this film for many years. And about 5 years ago, Todd McFarlane met with Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx said, hey, I'm your guy. I love this character. Please let me play this character. I'm down. And then the movie never really went anywhere. So now that the film is officially moving forward, Todd McFarlane reached right back out to Jamie and said, hey, are you still interested? And Jamie said, let's do this thing. So I'm glad to hear that, you know, after all these years, he's still like, let's do it. I don't care. Let's get this thing done. So that is awesome. I think it's a great addition. I'm excited about this Spawn reboot that Blumhouse is going to be doing, and very happy to see Jamie Foxx on board to play Spawn. Now, something I know a lot of people are not happy about, and that is that Andrew Lincoln over on The Walking Dead is set to exit after the next season. That is right. He's leaving, man. After season 9, Andrew Lincoln is leaving the show. Will he be killed off? Who knows what's going on? It looks like Lauren Cohen's probably leaving the show too. I think it's time to just wrap this damn show up, man. When Andrew Lincoln leaves your show, he's your main dude. It's time to close the books. You made it to season 9 on a zombie show. Let's close up shop here, baby. Let's do it. Paramount Pictures is teaming up with Blake Griffin and Ryan Khalil for a new sci-fi action comedy. That's right. Those two guys have started a production company, and they have signed a big deal here with Paramount Pictures to put forth their new sci-fi action comedy. Let's see here. After Roseanne was canceled, reruns were also yanked off of TV Land, Paramount Network, and CMT. That's right. Completely pulled off all of the networks there. And then pretty much right after, Hulu jumped in and said they were yanking off Roseanne off of their platform as well. So, man, they are erasing her from history with the quickness. Rampage, yeah, the Rock's film Rampage, which I loved. It will stomp its way into stores and on Blu-ray and DVD this July. That's right. So, very cool there. I can't wait to watch it again. I've already pre-ordered it on Vudu. Let's rock. We got an article up with Drew Goddard. He talks about the future of the X-Force movie. So, yeah, it's cool to see his excitement on there, that he's on board. He was a consultant on Deadpool 2, so he knows where he fits in. He knows what he wants to do with this team, and I'm so happy that he's going to be doing X-Force here moving forward. So, check out that article if you want to know a little bit more about that. Uma Thurman is set to star in a new Netflix supernatural drama called Chambers. That's right. So there you go. Hey, good to see her back doing something, right? Not only has Hulu pulled all of the reruns of Roseanne, but it also has pulled off all of season 10 as well. Lock and Key, that's right. Remember Lock and Key? They were trying to get that turned into a show. They did a pilot. They did it for Hulu. Hulu then said, nope, we don't want it. And then they shopped it around, and now Netflix has picked it up. Supposedly Netflix is scrapping the pilot that was shot for Hulu. They're going to redo it. But then, yes, the show will be on Netflix. So that's pretty awesome, man. I know a lot of people were looking forward to Lock and Key, and we were pretty bummed when Hulu passed on it. So glad to see Netflix come in and swoop it up there. The Arrangement. Yes, did you know this was a show? Because a lot of people don't. It was on the E! channel, and The Arrangement has been canceled on the E! channel as well. I believe it was for season 2. Yes, The Arrangement on E! has been canceled after 2 seasons. So there you go. If for anyone who was watching The Arrangement. We have the full trailer for Lego DC Supervillains. Definitely check that out if you're interested. They keep trucking along there. A new Fallout game has been announced. That's right, Fallout 76 has been announced. Paramount is developing a Creepy Crawlers feature film. Man, we are so out of ideas in Hollywood, I swear to God. So crazy. Alex Garland says that he's not interested in doing an Annihilation sequel. Thank you, Alex Garland, because I'm not interested in you doing an Annihilation sequel, because we don't want a sequel to that film. So thanks anyway. NBC, America's Got Talent, and World of Dance returned this past week, and they returned with some pretty good ratings. So I checked it out, and yeah, I love both shows' season premieres. They were done pretty well there. It was good to see them back. Good summer entertainment there. Warner Brothers has acquired Jonathan Letham's new novel, The Feral Detective. So they're going to be doing something with that there. ABC is considering putting co-stars in a new show. And that's the co-stars they're talking about is the people from Roseanne. Now that Roseanne is gone, looking to do something there with the crew and, give them their jobs back without having to have Roseanne is what I'm saying. Hailey Steinfeld is set to lead a new comedy series from Apple. That's right. She's set to play the lead, and it'll be a straight-to-series order by Apple for a half-hour comedy series. I love Hailey Steinfeld. She's great. And she's set to play Emily Dickinson in the new comedy. Spin-off time. That's right. The Middle is ending, and now the Middle spin-off is in the works over at ABC, focused on the character Sue Heck. That's right. So there you go. They're looking at the Sue Heck Middle spin-off over at ABC. Netflix's Always Be My Maybe has officially begun production. That's right, Ali Wong and Randall Park are leading up this movie here, which sounds really great. I love the cast for this thing. Even Keanu Reeves is going to be in it, so it sounds pretty good there. Yeah, not only Keanu Reeves, but Daniel Day Kim have also signed on to Always Be My Maybe. We have the first trailer for Mark Millar's The Magic Order, which is coming to Netflix, so definitely check that out. And shout out to Mark Millar, who, when I tweeted out the first trailer and article about it, retweeted me and got us lots of hits last week. So thank you, Mr. Mark, for that. We definitely appreciate it and sharing that love there. Angelina Jolie and David Oyelowo are in talks to start a new fantasy drama called Come Away. James Marsden is set to star in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. That's right. He is coming to Sonic Bling Bling Bling. The lawsuit against the Happy Time Murders has been dropped. That's right. Disney has, or not Disney, but Sesame Street has already lost. So that is awesome there. Fred Esquire, lawyer for STX Entertainment, which is a puppet, by the way, said, we fluffing love Sesame Street, and we're obviously very pleased that the ruling reinforced what STX's intention was from the very beginning. So I love that they held their spot. They said, we're not budging. Screw Sesame Street. We'll take this thing to court, and they won. So awesome, man. Glad to see, and good for the Happy Time Murders. We definitely needed that, man. Need that freedom for all puppets out there. Tom Cruise shocked everybody over the weekend when he posted up on his Instagram a picture of him in his Maverick gear by a jet, and it had the caption, "Feel the need." That's right. I feel the need for speed. Tom Cruise announces production on Top Gun Maverick has begun, and that is pretty damn awesome, man. We're finally moving forward on Top Gun 2 Maverick. Pretty awesome. It was a cool picture for him to post, man. I had no idea they were getting ready to shoot already, so that is pretty awesome. Robert Pattinson is joining Timothée Chalamet in Netflix's Henry V film. The first How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World poster is officially debuted, so that's coming along. Woody Harrelson says that he will only appear briefly in the upcoming Venom movie, but he's apparently set to return in a bigger role for the film sequel. I wonder what that means. Now, here's my guess. From the very beginning, there was a lot of rumors saying that Woody Harrelson was probably going to be Carnage. So if they're saying he's only briefly in this film and will return bigger in the sequel, that leads me to believe that we're only going to get Carnage in a very tiny spot, maybe at the end, maybe after credits, but obviously it sets him up to be the big bad in Venom 2. So, hey, man, I'll take it if that's the case. I would love to see some Venom, or some Carnage. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what else he'd be doing, right, if he's only got a little role in this one, but we will see. In some sad news, and I know it's become a running joke for a lot of people, but it does bum me out because of how invested I am into this franchise. Jason Momoa and director Corin Hardy have exited the Crow remake. Yes, it has happened again. It sounds like creative and financial differences. These guys were so on board to do it. They were getting ready to start shooting this movie in the next month or two. And Jason Momoa had he posted a picture of him in the makeup on his Instagram, and he said how much he's waited to play for. Been waiting to play this role. He wants to play this role, and eventually he will play this role. But right now is not the right time. It's not the right crew. And I think it has to do supposedly with the guy that owns the rights to it. He's being very cheap, and he only wants certain things done. It's not matching up with what the director or Jason Momoa want to do. They are big fans of the source material, and they want to be respectful to it. They want to make the right movie, and they just don't feel they can with this guy's involvement. So they have decided to leave because of it. It's one of those things that it's like, hey man, like we hate to leave something we love, but for the better of it, we have to. So I love the fact that Jason Momoa says that he'll be back if things change. I thought he was going to make a great Eric Draven. I love seeing him in the makeup and seeing some of the sketch art for it. He looks great. But this bums me out, man. This movie was supposed to come out next year. It's been planned for so long. We've seen so many iterations of directors and stars come and go. And I finally thought it was going to happen this time. And here we go again. It's just become this running joke. This movie is haunted. This movie is jinxed. It sucks. It really, really does. The Crow is one of my all-time favorite movies, and I'm not one of the kind of people that say, like, leave it alone because it's perfect, and I don't want you to touch it. I want to see a new version of one of my favorite movies because I want to see what we could do with it in 2018. And unfortunately, now we will not, at least for the foreseeable future. So we'll keep you posted on where it goes from here, but very sad that the director, Corin Hardy, and star Jason Momoa have left the Crow remake. The Exorcist is God, what is this guy's name? Ponch something. He's going to be on Queen of the South. He'll be playing a mercenary over there. Disney's Tangled TV series has been renewed ahead of the season 2 premiere. That's right. So season 2 hasn't even been announced yet, but season 3 has already been greenlit. So congratulations there. Strike Back has casted Jamie Bamber as Section 20's new commanding officer, so he'll be joining season 6. Matt LeBlanc is exiting Top Gear, so that didn't last very long. We have the first official trailer for Peppermint, which is a Jennifer Garner movie. It's an action revenge thriller. NBC is looking to develop a horror drama called Cul-de-sac as part of Blumhouse's franchise pitch, so we'll see what they end up doing with that. Sci-Fi has ordered a new pilot based on the Dark Horse comic Resident Alien, so that is coming. Colleen Ballinger among the final cast revealed for Escape the Night season 3. I don't even know what that is. So this past Thursday, I believe, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt season 4 premiered, and this is one of those new things that Netflix is doing where they take a season, 12 episodes, and they split it in half. So this past Thursday, the first 6 episodes debuted. I've already binge watched all 6. It's already done for me. Now I have to wait to watch the other 6. And Netflix announced that the back end 6 will debut in January of 2019. So that's crazy, man. We're not even going to get the other 6 this year. That's nuts. Nuts! I'm telling you, dude. It's only June, and we're not even going to get the other part till January. So that's kind of a bummer. But you can watch the first 6 episodes right now. It's a pretty decent season. It's got some weird things that happen in it. It's definitely got highs and lows, but this show is so quirky and funny, especially Titus. He's just so damn funny. And when you get to the algorithm, laugh for me because that shit is hilarious. But yeah, so there you go. First half is available now. Second half will air in January. Better Call Saul season 4 gets an official August premiere date over on AMC, so look for that. Maze Runner's Kea Scodelario is in talks for a new horror movie called Crawl, so she's looking at doing that. Let's see here. Sorry, I was looking at something else. Production has officially begun on Taika Waititi's new film, Jojo Rabbit. This is the one with Scarlett Johansson that he's doing, so glad to see that they're up and running on that. You can watch the first trailer for The Sinner Season 2, starring Bill Pullman and new member Carrie Coon coming. It will debut Wednesday, August 1st on USA. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is set to take in over $100 million in its domestic debut. I think that's pretty safe to say. We went through this with the last Jurassic World movie when they were like, oh, maybe it'll make $100 million, and then it made 205 or whatever and blew everybody's expectations away. So them saying $100 million, I say no shit, because the last one made over 200. I don't see that much of a dip, so yeah, I would assume so. We have some first look set photos from John Wick Chapter 3, so check that out if you're interested. Sterling K. Brown officially joining Blake Lively in the rhythm section, so that's pretty awesome there. I'm looking forward to that, and I love Sterling K. Brown. Let's see here. Assassin's Creed Odyssey has been confirmed by Ubisoft. The series has headed to ancient Greece for the next installment. We have the second official trailer for Night School. That's the new Kevin Hart movie, so check that out if you're interested. A Quiet Place Digital will be hitting digital on June 26th, and then Blu-ray and everything else on July 10th. So look for that, man. It was a pretty good movie there. Tyler Perry's A Medea Family Funeral. Yes, there's another Medea coming, and Medea's A Family Funeral will be released on March 1st, 2019. It was originally supposed to come out later this year, but now it'll be then. They're going to save it for next year. We got your full list of the top 50 most watched shows between the 2017 and 2018 season. Check that out. J.K. Rowling is currently conjuring up the script for Fantastic Beasts 3. We have your first trailer for Poor Boy starring Michael Shannon. Check that out. Sony's Spider-Man spinoff Silver and Black has officially been delayed indefinitely. That's right. Sony has completely removed it from its release calendar. And, yeah, last we heard they were still working on the script, but now it's completely been pulled. So we'll see. We'll see if this project ever gets back up and running, or if they just decided to go a different direction. Hasbro says that they're planning on developing new Power Rangers movies. No shocker here. Hasbro just bought the Power Rangers license, so of course they're going to want to do some movies with it, right? Kelsey Grammer has joined the new Fox legal drama Proven Innocent, so that's right. He's going to be replacing Brian Darcy James on Fox's new legal drama. That's right, it's a recast. So welcome Kelsey Grammer to the cast. Legion has been renewed for season 3 over on FX. So congratulations there for that weird ass quirky X-Men little show. Legion coming back for season 3. The Imposters has been canceled over on Bravo. Once again, another show I don't even know what it is, but it's been canceled over on Bravo. Looks like we might be getting Wonder Woman 2 taking place in 1984. Some little cryptic messaging came out over the weekend that just said WW 1984. What does it mean? I think it means Wonder Woman takes place in 1984. That's about that. So, will the movie officially be called 1984 or Wonder Woman 84? We'll have to wait and see. But I think that's all it was teasing there. A24's upcoming film Under the Silver Lake has officially been delayed. Don't have a new date as of right now. ABC is eyeing a Sarah Gilbert-fronted Darlene spinoff that will continue on from the Roseanne series. Remember, she played Darlene as Roseanne's daughter. I don't know what they would do, but they are looking at making Sarah Gilbert's Darlene the front and center character. That way they can do a spinoff in the Roseanne universe and kind of keep the crew up and running there. So nothing confirmed. That is just something that they are looking at this point. The Crow director, I know we already talked about this, but Corin Hardy came out and spoke his mind after Jason Momoa, and he says leaving the film was the hardest decision he's ever had to make. He says it's a dream project. He's been working on it for 5+ years, and he really, really hates that he had to walk away from it. So, yeah, I mean, it's a bummer, man, that these guys were that attached to it. Joanna Garcia Swisher has joined the new Fox comedy Dan the Weatherman in another pilot recast, so she's awesome. I'd love to see her join something. Hopefully it's successful. The Heathers reboot that Paramount Network was going to be doing, remember they shot it and then it was supposed to debut a couple months ago, and then there was one of the school shootings happen, so they put it on hiatus. Now Paramount Network says they are officially just completely scrapping the show. So even though it's already all filmed, all the episodes ready to go, they will not be airing the show at all. So Heather's reboot completely scrapped entirely at the Paramount Network. Now we're hearing that they're going to be shopping it around to other networks to see if anybody else wants to pick it up. Let's see. Alien Covenant's Amy Seimetz has joined the new Pet Sematary cast that's going to be rebooted there. She will be playing the female lead, Rachel Creed. Brian De Palma says that he is writing a Weinstein-inspired horror film, which I think is awesome right there. Oh man, that is so funny right there. So funny. A horror film based on Weinstein. Alright, we got some weekly vids for you here. We got Everything Wrong with Castaway in 14 minutes, Everything Wrong with Peter Rabbit in 14 minutes. We have Honest Trailer. Our Honest Trailer for the week is every Christopher Nolan film, which I think is awesome. Like you said there. Some casting news for Godzilla vs. Kong. They have added Deadpool 2's Julian Dennison to the cast. That's right. So, you know, hey, we just saw him as Fire Fist in Deadpool 2, and now he's going to be a part of Godzilla vs. Kong. I'm glad that this movie's starting to ramp up. I can't wait to see it. Let's see here. I think we're... Ghosted is returning to Fox for some extra episodes over the summer. We still don't know if the show's been renewed or not, but it's coming back to Fox here in the next couple weeks. So that is pretty cool there. New Wreck-It Ralph poster just dropped online. Congratulations to Laura Prepon and Ben Foster. They just got married over the weekend. I didn't even know they were dating, but congratulations to them on their nuptials. And that's the news, my friends. Look at that. How smooth was that? Nice 35 minutes to get you caught up in all the latest and greatest movie news of the last week. So let's switch gears. Let's get over to our new releases and box office for this week. On DVD and Blu-ray this Tuesday is going to be Death Wish, which is the new Bruce Willis remake, Wrinkle in Time, and Gringo. So those all hit disc right on Tuesday. They're all available on digital right now. In theaters this Friday will be Hotel Artemis, Ocean's 8, and Hereditary. I actually want to see all three of these. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be seeing Hotel Artemis for sure. And then I'll probably take the wife to see Ocean's 8 if we can over the weekend. So yeah. And then I don't know when I'll get a chance to see Hereditary, but I do want to see that too. So 3 nice releases coming out on Friday. Here's your box office. Coming in number 10, it's Overboard with $2 million. Number 9's Action Point. Yeah, the new Johnny Knoxville movie where he just gets beat up. Came out number 9 in its debut with $2.3 million. Bomb. Number 8, Breaking In with $2.8 million. Number 7, Life of the Party with $3.5. Number 6 is Upgrade. We talked about it earlier. 4 out of 5 stars. $4.5 million. Hey, $4.5 million, 4.5 stars. It pretty much correlates, right? Number 5 is Book Club with $6.8 million. Number 4 is Avengers Infinity War with $10.4 million. Avengers Infinity War, by the way, right on the cusp of the $2 billion mark. That's right. It's so close. And it's so close to taking over Star Wars The Force Awakens to become the 3rd biggest movie of all time, man. So look, get that Infinity War money, man. Number 3 is another debut. It's Shailene Woodley's new film, Adrift, coming in number 3 with $11.5 million. Number 2 is Deadpool 2, making another $23.3. And number 1 for the second week in a row is Solo, a Star Wars story, with $29.3 million. Yes, it's number 1 for the second week in a row, but that is a poor number 1 number for a second week of a Star Wars movie. Like I said, the film took a 65% dip. It is falling hard, man. I mean, look how close it is to Deadpool 2 in its 3rd week. So, ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Well, my friends, that will do it for us this week for the latest Am I on the Air. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening and getting through this nice, smooth sailing episode, coming in under that nice, sweet 40-minute mark. I hope you all enjoyed. Hey, make sure you check out our website at amiontheair.com. Make sure you like us on Facebook at facebook.com/amiontheair. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/amiontheair. Follow me on Twitter at dxdonmega. You can follow me on Stardust, by the way, at just simply Don Mega, DONMEGA. That's where you can see all of my little 30-second mini reviews for TVs and movies and trailers. So check me out on Stardust for sure. You can, of course, subscribe to us on iTunes. We're available there. If iTunes ain't your thing, then check it out. We're available on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play Music, Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn. We're all over the interweb, so look for us all around. We'll be there. Follow us on Instagram, and of course a big shout out to our great affiliates at reddragonsradio.com. Follow on Twitter at reddragonsradio.com. So thank you so much for tuning in once again on this June the 4th. Technically started recording on June 3rd, then it rolled into midnight, now it's June 4th. Either way, I hope you all have a great week. Like I said, I'm going out of town for work. I'm going to be busy. So I hope you all have a great week. I'm going to have, hopefully, a great week. And, we'll go from there. Take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all. Peace!
Bye, everybody.
Red Dragon!
Red Dragon.